Hi, my name's Laura. This is My Two Bits, and today I have a easy, cheap, fast Halloween craft for you. That's an adorable little ghost, and you can pop him over a battery-operated votive if you like, but you don't have to. And yeah, really easy to make. So let's jump in. All right. So just before we jump into materials, I'd like to ask you to please follow me on my channel and give this video a like, and then if you have an upcoming event and you can't find stuff that you might like for your event, then feel free to put a comment in and ask me if I can create something. I can't guarantee that I can, but I can promise you that I will try. And also, I have several crafts coming up really soon. Two are free printables for a Halloween party, and then I also have some really cute tiki room stuff coming up, so make sure you follow along. Finally, on to materials. So you are going to need toilet paper rolls. We're going to cut those in half, and we are going to make the base like so. This is an Easter egg, and this is the first ghost I made, wrapped in foil. So all you need is a little ball to make the top rounded. Nothing fancy here. Whatever scraps you have lying around, wrap it in a little foil, get a nice shape on it, and there you go. Oh, and I also used a badminton birdie that was lying around. And again, that is just the other half of that Easter egg. So just use what you can find. You don't want it to be too tall because of the height of the coffee filters. All right, so you could also use a styrofoam ball. And so I've got foil, I've got saran wrap, I have wax paper, I have a paper plate. That's what I'm going to mix my glue in. We are using white glue with a little bit of water. I think it's about 2/3 glue to 1/3 water. I just mixed it up till it looked wet. And then for the face or features, I used paper here because, as you know, I love me some paper, but totally could use a Sharpie for this. You're going to need scissors, and if you are using paper, then you're going to need a hole punch for those eyes. And then if you want, the votive. So I think that's everything. I do usually forget something, but we'll find it if I did. All right, let's get started. All right, so step number one would be to cut the toilet paper roll in half, and then I'm going to guess the majority of you are going to have not have medium-sized Easter eggs sitting around, which, you know, once I'm done, I'm just going to pull this out and I'll have my Easter egg back. But you have scraps lying around, wrap it with a little bit of foil. There you go. And wrap it in some saran wrap so that the glue doesn't stick. And you're going to want to work on a protected surface. You know, those cheap dollar store plastic tablecloths are great for if you have a bunch of kids. And for my purposes, a little piece of wax paper worked just fine. And then we are going to mix up our glue and water. All right, so I have my glue in. I just used Elmer's school glue, washable, yay. I did try the glow-in-the-dark glue, and I have a sparkly green one that doesn't glow in the dark, so plus that glue costs more, so this is just easier. A little warm water is probably better, but I'm sure my water isn't warm anymore. I'm going to leave that there. I might need more. And then just mix it. I know not all the kiddos are going to want to get dirty, but some of them are going to really want to get dirty. So, you know, they can do it for a friend. Might need to add a splash more glue. That doesn't look very gluey anymore. Alrighty. And then this is going to easily do at least 2, because once you get this bad boy in there, like so, and get it all wet, you don't want it this wet or it'll take forever to dry. So you're going to hold it up. This part you need to be a bit delicate with, and get some of that excess off. All right, this part here. I mean, these things are surprisingly sturdy. Probably has to do with desperate adults in the morning. All right, I'm going to take off a bit more. And we're going to slide over to here, aim for center. And that's all there is to it. Now, I tried to, and I'm not going to say I did a perfect job on it, but when I was trying to do, I tried to give myself one smooth surface, that would be more English, where I could put the face on quite easily. So there you go. Then you're going to let that sit and dry. That's a definite overnight project. I don't think I had Yoo-Hoo stick on my list of materials, and you don't need it. You could, of course, use the white glue again, but that's pretty wet, and I just think this is a much drier option, so that's what I used. And so I'm going to punch a couple of holes for eyes, and again, as I said, you can totally draw on the features. Oops. And I'm going to make some eyebrows. I don't know what it is about ghosts, but I just love an eyebrow on them. Just fun. Those are way too big, but we'll trim them down. Thankfully, this white glue is super washable, because I had to de-mic to go wash up, and there's white glue all over my mic now. I don't expect the kids to do this. I 100% think that your kiddos would be drawing on whatever features they like. That's when they get to really express themselves, so that's what we want. All right, and I'm gonna pop those on. Oops, they are a little bit, I'm not gonna say fragile, but you know, you do want to be a bit delicate with them. So if you are drawing on them, you definitely need to get your hand in there and support it when you're drawing. All right. For some reason, I'm a little shaky this morning. I either need more coffee or less coffee. Okay, there we go. 2 cute little ghosts. This one's features are a little lower, so it definitely, you know, changes up the way they look, just moving features around. So play around with that. And I think that's all there is. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next week.